best team in the AFC. There have been a couple teams at the top, right? Right now, the Raiders 3-1, the Chargers 3-1. You got the Bills too, who are 3-1. But we can't count out the Chiefs, right? Even though they have 2 wins, there's no way we can count out the Chiefs. They're there absolutely. So what team right now do you think is the best in the AFC? And this is a different question than what team do you think is going to make the Super Bowl, right? Yeah. That's different. This one is, who's the best right now?
You want to go first, Drew?
This is tough to me because obviously I just can't say that the Chiefs are going to lose. And like your question was, who do I think is the best right now? It's going to be a hot one. The Ravens might be the best team in the AFC.
Yep.
Lamar Jackson has proven up until this point that he can be effective in the pass game, and obviously we know he's effective in the run game. He's the best rush quarterback we will ever see. I don't know if we'll ever see one better than Lamar. And what has impressed me the most up until this point is that he's not scared to throw the football. And against the Chiefs, when they went down early and things were looking shaky, Lamar stepped up. Like, I definitely didn't see it coming. I don't think any normal fan would have seen it coming because all we've ever known up until this point is that the Chiefs have Lamar Jackson's number. But Lamar changed the narrative early in the season, and that's something that you carry over for the entirety of the year. You got over the hump extremely early, and now you're just going to be playing with confidence nonstop for the rest of the season. You're in a division that's easily winnable. The Bengals obviously have been solid up until this point, but pound for pound, talent for talent, I'm going with the Ravens. The Ravens scheme is more sound than the Bengals right now.
And they're doing this without J.K. Dobbins. They're doing this with Latavius Murray and Tyson Williams,
I'm talking
Freeman.
about it and I'm getting chills. Like, it's just something that we've never seen, and I'm just appreciating what I'm seeing so much more now. And the fact that Hollywood is coming into his own this season, of course, had a bad game against the Lions, and that's why the game was as close as it was, and we had to see Tucker break the NFL record in order to win the game. But Hollywood, outside of that one game, has been phenomenal. I think he's among the league leaders in yards, league leaders in touchdowns.
And imagine if he caught those 3 wide open touchdowns.
He might be the number 1 receiver in the NFL stat-wise, at least. And obviously not talent. Yeah. Stat-wise, he would be, in fantasy, he's a wet dream right now. People will kill for him. But he has looked like the receiver that the Ravens drafted in the first round. His route running looks amazing. His speed has just been what he's always been. It's just him and Lamar actually have a genuine chemistry. And Lamar's not scared to let it loose this season. Yeah. And that's what it ultimately comes down to. If Lamar's going to be out of his mind in terms of, okay, I can make whatever throw I want to. And that's what is going to impact the Ravens for the rest of the season. If Lamar can be that guy. And I think as of right now, he has been. And the defense is more than capable.
Yeah, my pick is also the Ravens. I went back and forth this for a while. What jumps out to you right away in terms of the AFC is, on paper, it looks like the Bills are the best team, right? They have the best turnover differential. Their defense is number 1 in the league right now. But you go and you look who they're playing against. I mean, the Dolphins with Brissett, Washington with Heineke, Texans with Davis Mills. They've combined 3 teams. Like, they're playing guys who, this early in the season, when you're 4 weeks in, you could look at the schedule and be like, all right, who'd you really play? When you're in week 12, 13, it's different.
And they played the Steelers week 1, and the Steelers are horrible.
Yeah,
they're so bad.
It was just a weird game. But yeah, the Ravens are my pick too. I think they have probably 2 of the biggest wins in the NFL. I think going on the road in Denver against arguably the best defense in the league and handling them 23-7.
Because we didn't have Teddy.
Yeah, but even when Teddy was in, they were still winning.
You're right.
When he got hurt, like halftime around.
It was second quarter. It was early.
Regardless, they were able to move the ball, one of the best defense in the league.
You're
and then obviously against the Chiefs, this was Lamar's kryptonite every year. We saw it time and time again. He had like an 80% winning percentage against the entire NFL, not named the Chiefs, right? He couldn't get over that hump. He finally does it, beats the Chiefs, beats Denver. This could be that year that the Ravens finally go on a run. I think they really have to make a move for a running back because, like I said, you can't rely on Tyson Williams, Latavius Murray, Devontae Freeman, Le'Veon Bell. You know, like, these are guys, if you had them 3 years ago, you're set. You might have the best backfield of all time. I don't know what running backs are available right now. Losing J.K. hurt terribly, and then Gus goes down. I mean, you really can't catch a break. Because, like you said, this offense goes through the running game, and that's what even opens up the passing game so much because we see it a lot. We're going to get into it a little bit later, but one thing with the Jets is I would love for them to have more play action, take shots down the field. But when you can't run the ball, it's hard for defenses to bite on play action if you're getting 3 yards to carry, and you can't block anybody. But the Ravens, who've shown it doesn't matter who's in the backfield, they're going to be effective. and you pair that with Lamar Jackson's ability to do read option, RPOs, and, just quarterback design runs as well. Pair that with being able to throw the ball down the field effectively with Hollywood Brown, and you're going to be getting Rashad Bateman back this week or next week, who has the ability to be just as good, if not better than Hollywood Brown, different receiver. But yeah, really high on Bateman too. Sammy Watkins has been a big addition.
Has been.
This team is really good. This could be the year they go to the Super Bowl.
The last time Sammy Watkins had 1,000 yards receiving, it was with Greg Roman in Buffalo with Tyrod Taylor. And Tyrod Taylor is also played some phenomenal football when he's played. I didn't know I was going to see this coming. I didn't see this coming at all. From you, it caught me by surprise, your take about the Ravens. You, after looking at your shirt, kind of figured it out.
You know Lamar's my favorite player in the league.
Okay, well, that makes it even more obvious.
I obviously, once I realized that you gave me a fist pound, I knew you were going to say the Ravens. I wasn't expecting you to say the Ravens either. I should have seen it coming, though.
I was really between them and the Bills, and I'm looking at the Bills. I'm like,
Bill's schedule is...
I had to take a second look at that shirt because I wasn't sure if the light was making the purple fully purple.
I'm dead,
but okay, it was purple, so I saw it coming from you a little bit. The Ravens I didn't think about, and that's my bad because obviously they've been playing phenomenal football, and Lamar Jackson and the Ravens, they're passing more. They're finally passing more, and they're letting it go. And
he's on pace for
you add that
attempts.
and you add that in with the running game. I mean, they can't be stopped. The Chiefs right now, they're the worst defense in the NFL in terms of, yards allowed, one of the worst at least, and in terms of points allowed. They allowed 29 to the Browns, who just scored 14 against Minnesota, 36 to the Ravens, and 30 to the Chargers. I think the Chiefs' defense is holding them back right now.
Agreed.
If we were playing a long game, I think the Chiefs, I just trust Mahomes in a big-time situation, and they probably beat the Ravens if it's not for that Clyde Edwards-Helaire fumble, who's been playing great since that time. You mentioned the Bills. They haven't faced anybody. They've shut out the Texans and the Dolphins, both teams who can't score on offense. The Dolphins didn't have Tua. Jacoby Brissett came in there, and he's not a good quarterback. And then the Texans with Davis Mills on a rainy day. I mean, you made this quarterback's life hell, 4 interceptions. His game was absolutely abysmal. The Buffalo Bills are pretenders, right? Their offense hasn't even clicked yet, and it's good that they're facing the cupcake schedule that they're playing right now, right? Because the Texans aren't a good team, at least without Tyrod Taylor. They're not even, I would say, wow, they're just abysmal. The Dolphins are not a good team. They're probably the biggest drop-off this season of any team. The Dolphins are. And then the Steelers, you make it a close game. And we've seen what the Steelers have been the past couple of weeks.
Bad.
They can't move the ball.
I think I said 8 and 9. That might be generous.
I had them coming in second in division. What was I thinking?
So the Buffalo Bills, to me, are pretenders. I don't have them here. The Raiders, I have to see their defense more consistently. And I can't trust anybody outside of Darren Waller, even though Ruggs has his games.
Looked really good.
He has been.
But the best team in the AFC, I'm going to say it's the Chargers.
I think that's where he was going.
It's
the only team he left out.
When you look at this offense and how fluent it is, Keenan Allen and Mike Williams are both top 10 receivers this season. There's no doubt about that. When you have receivers like that and a guy like Jared Cook, who's actually been playing better than Hunter Henry, who knows Joe Lombardi's scheme, Austin Eckler, and that offensive line is good. I mean, Herbert broke rookie records last year with one of the worst offensive lines in football. Now you give him a good to great one.
Yeah.
This guy has all the time in the day, and I think that defense, when you have a pass rusher like Joey Bosa, Chris Harris Jr. in the secondary with Michael Davis and Asante Samuel Jr., Derwin James is finally healthy. I mean, they can be the best team in football. The only thing that's holding them back right now, and the reason why they're not getting thought of in this way, is experience. We've seen the Ravens in the playoffs. We've seen the Bills in the playoffs. But the Chargers, to me, I think, have the best team. They're the most healthy because the Ravens have injuries. And Justin Herbert, I'm trusting him over Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen.
And one thing I will say, they have had impressive wins also.
Yeah.
They play an undefeated Raiders team. They handled them.
Yes.
They played the Chiefs. They did their thing. They made Mahomes struggle. He had multiple turnovers in the game. Chargers' defense right now is what's making them the game changer.
And they should have beaten Dallas. They should have beat Dallas.
That's a game that I think that they should have had for sure. That being said,
And Washington, they beat
to
them
say they
too.
should have beat them, I can't go all in because Dallas has just been amazing as of right now.
The refs took away 2 touchdowns in that game from the Chargers.
And that fumble was that no, that was week 1.
That was the fumble.
Okay,
yeah.
I was gonna say
that wasn't a fumble.
That was
a pass.
egregious.
It was really cool to see, though, because we've seen year after year the Chargers just lose close game after close game, and then they lose a heartbreaker to Dallas, but come right back the week after
beat
and
the
beat
Chiefs.
Kansas City. Yes, that's
Kansas
something
City.
that you don't really see a lot from a young team, rookie head coach. I think this Chargers team, I mean, I was right there. Like, I think there's really a big 4 really with Kansas City with the Chargers, Bills, Chiefs, and Ravens. I mean, this AFC is incredible.
And Brandon Staley, what he's bringing to the Chargers on defense, and what he brought to the Rams, it's a new concept. It's something that coaches haven't tried in the NFL before. Just drop back your guys and show them looks where you're not stacking the box. And Brandon Staley is intentionally not trying to stop the run. And you're just dropping back people, and he's the first coach to really say, okay, we're going to stop the pass before the run. You can run on us, that's fine. We're going to stop the pass. And they've been doing it. And the Rams last year were the number 1 defense in football. And he's bringing that same thing to the Chargers. Surtain and Horn have been great. Asante Samuel Jr. has been there too.
He's been unbelievable.
He's been amazing this year. Nazir Adderley is also playing much more free, and he's still playing fast.
We just can't forget Derwin James' impact once he's on the field. He is among the best defenders in the league.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Chargers have been plotting on him coming back because he is that missing piece. And then you bring in Asante Samuel, who I'm pretty sure they got in the second round, if I'm not wrong, right?
Yep.
That makes no sense to me. That's one of the biggest steals of the draft, truthfully, and he's paying dividends early on. Pass rush is what the pass rush has been these last couple of years. You've just been banking on Derwin James' health. And if he's on the field, this is a top 5, top 7 worst defense in the league.
Yeah, Brandon Staley's actually the odds-on favorite to win Coach of the Year right now. So
early.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
I like that.
That was my
I like that.
It's still long odds, like it's like plus 700-800. But I mean, that's just saying like the sharps in Vegas too think the Chargers are for real. They think that they could win this division, even with all the great competition in the AFC West.
Yeah, and the Raiders shocked us for sure. But nobody came to the season thinking the Raiders have a chance.
Oh, not me.
The Chargers
thought that they weren't even going to win a game in the division.
The Chargers, I don't know about other people,
Facts.
but personally, the Chargers coming to the season, I said they can win the division. They have that chance because Herbert is that great.
He is.
He's that
phenomenal.
great. And not to rag on you about Tua, but that's why I think the Dolphins regret that decision more.
Of course they regret it.
I was going to say, I feel like a report just came out. I
That
think
Flores
Flores
wanted
wanted
Herbert.
Herbie. Yeah. It hurts. It hurts because Tua.
Thank God the Dolphins didn't get Herbert, bro. I
just
can't
think-
deal with Josh Allen and Herbert in my division.
I mean,
And
imagine me.
Jones.
Imagine me.
Yeah, I can't win them all.
Come on.
Oh, you've been
And-
rooting for Peyton your whole life.
And Mac Jones.
Fair enough, but I got at least 10 to 12 years minimum of having to deal with Mahomes,
Now
Herbert, and I'm not going to sleep on Derek Carr. He's
You can't.
He's been so solid.
And they'll eventually draft the
And
quarterback.
I feel like
soon,
this
too.
transitions perfectly into the next segment. I'm 100% positive it does.
MVP Kyler Murray.
100%.
MVP
I
Kyler
think
Murray?
it does transition very well.
Well, he's on the picture right here. Right? That's the guy, right? Kyler Murray. That's your guy.
Love you,
He's over
K1.
here with Chris Jones, just chilling right there. But Kyler Murray, he's played phenomenal. The Cardinals are undefeated, even though they probably shouldn't be. The Vikings should have beat them. I'll just be honest. Let's just be honest right
Cardinals?
now. Yeah, the Vikings missed the game-winning kick from 30 yards.
The Vikings love doing that.